Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Will's Mediumship and Numerology channel. If you're new to my channel, I certainly appreciate both your viewership as well as your subscriptions. Okay, so what I'd like to do, ladies and gentlemen, in tribute to Princess Diana, whose birthday was on July the 1st. Okay, I like to do lingering questions surrounding her suspicious death. And ladies and gentlemen, if you like this discussion, be sure to give it a big thumbs up. Share it with others to whom you think might benefit. And be sure to press that subscription button so that you receive all future readings of this kind as well as others. Okay? So what I'd like to do is I'm going to go on and select a card from my Lenormand, more petite Lenormand deck here. And the card I'm selecting here is a card to just represent Princess Diana. Okay, and then I'm going to just do a little prayer to get myself in tune with this reading, to just hopefully, ladies and gentlemen, channel some very insightful messages, okay, that she'd like to share to not only her family but to the world at large. And the card that I'm going to be using here is the woman here. Okay. All right. So, as indicated, I'm going to go on and do a quick prayer to just again get me in tune with Diana for this channeling or seance session. Okay. And I have a few questions jotted down that I'm going to ask her as soon as she arrives. Okay. So, dear God, dear Holy Spirit, Jesus, dear deceased brothers of mine, both also my parents, dear Archangel Michael, I ask that you watch over this experience, making certain that only the message of God will come through. Please protect both myself as well as the princess from malevolent energies. Please help me release my ego fears so that I can clearly see, clearly feel, clearly hear, and know the messages that Princess Diana wants to impart to us today. And with that said, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to go on and just get started here with our first question that I'm going to go on and ask Mrs. Princess Diana here. And that question, ladies and gentlemen, is one that that has been plaguing a lot of people. And that first question, and of course I did a bit of research to make sure that to hone in on questions that I'm feeling that people really will want answered. So let's start with the first question. So why did it allegedly, ladies and gentlemen, take 6 years for Scotland Yard to pass French police the mission letter in which Princess Diana predicted her death? According to research, ladies and gentlemen, Princess Diana met with her solicitor, Victor Michon, if I'm pronouncing it correctly, in 1995 and told him reliable sources warn that her efforts were being made, or that efforts were being made to get rid of her, ladies and gentlemen, either by a car accident or another way. Less than 2 years later, according to research, she was dead alongside her companion, Dode Fayard, and driver, Henri Paul. Lord Mission's note of the October 30, 1995 meeting with Diana was passed to Scotland Yard in September 1997, ladies and gentlemen, and put in a safe where it reportedly lay there, according to the channel for documentary investigation, Diana death in Paris. Okay? So Diana, what would you like to say in response to this? She's giving me a strong indication, ladies and gentlemen. She's saying that it was done intentionally. And it was done to kind of not raise grave suspicions at the time, she says. She's showing me up to five people who wanted to end her life, who kind of wanted or tried to bully her into being something that she didn't want to become. I see a lot of misunderstanding and competitiveness surrounding this question here that she's kind of presenting here. It seems like she really wanted to kind of get away from the confusion, but her life was shortened, she's saying. She really wanted to distance herself from the drama, if you will, but she felt or she's or she was restricted. I'm kind of getting caught up in a vicious cycle, ladies and gentlemen, from which she could not escape. And since her enemies couldn't tame her, she says, they kind of felt they had, or she felt she had no other choice but to kind of acquiesce, and unfortunately she acquiesced a bit too quickly here, and it led to her death here. But it's just that she felt she had no other choice. I'm kind of getting here. Okay. So, Princess, let's just go on and just move on to our next question here. Okay. The next question that seems to be lingering on most people's mind here, Princess, is was a white Fiat Uno involved in the crash? Because it seems that there was some indication that a witness said a white Fiat Uno was in the tunnel, but really sped off, according to the French reporters. What is your take on this? She's certainly given me a resounding yes, ladies and gentlemen, and she said that this car sped off with brute force. She's certainly saying that. She's also showing me that it seems like another woman was perhaps inside of the car or connected somehow. A fire sign type woman, maybe an Aries, a Leo, a Sagittarius, I'm getting. And it seems that this woman was about to be judged in some way, I'm kind of getting, or feeling a strong sense of that. Okay? Let's go on to our next question here. Another often lingering question that people really have, Diana or Princess, is was your driver, Henri Paul, drunk? Okay? Because people are very curious about knowing this. Okay? And she says yes, ladies and gentlemen, a resounding yes. She's saying that he was very intoxicated. She's showing me some type of a large gathering or a party or something. It seems that he had just left, I'm kind of getting, or celebrating something, I'm feeling. She's also showing me that drugs and alcohol or various other intoxicants were also involved as well, or he was also using that before that occurred here. And the next question, Diana, is, or Princess, is were you actually engaged and pregnant when you actually died? Because even though you had only been dating for about a month, Dottie's father and Ritz hotel owner Mohammed Al Fayed claimed that on August 30th, okay, you called him and kind of claimed that you were engaged and pregnant. So was this really the case? She's certainly saying a resounding yes, ladies and gentlemen. She was engaged. And I would even say, ladies and gentlemen, she might even had already gotten married here because I'm seeing something connected with the justice of the peace in some way here. So I'm feeling that she might have already been even married. I'm also feeling that she was very much pregnant. Okay, but I'm getting a strong indication that she was very weary. Very ill. And not only did she have to kind of make an arduous choice, ladies and gentlemen, she felt like giving up due to the powers that were, or the powers that be, pretty much at that time, or were at that time, okay? She felt it's a sense of time running out that I'm kind of getting. Keep in mind, ladies and gentlemen, if you like this discussion, be sure to give it a big thumbs up, share with others to whom you think might benefit, and be sure to press that subscription button here. So those were the most important questions that I felt that's really lingering on most people's minds here. So in conclusion, just as we did with the last reading, I'm going to go on and just share with you, and hopefully these messages will also soothe the family here. Final messages that the princess would like to share with us. Okay, so I'm going to go on and just select 5 cards here, and who knows, she may share some of the same sentiments as shared in part B. But let's see here, princess, I ask that you share or provide us with 5 final messages that you'd like to share with not only to your family but to the world at large. 5 final messages. Okay, let's see what we have here. Wow, it looks like she said this once before here. So she's certainly really kind of letting the family know that she's certainly surrounded by a lot of loving animals here. So again, as indicated in the last reading, it may be animals that she lost, or it could be animals that the family might be struggling over a loss, and she wants the family to know that she's certainly with those animals. And it could include a variety of animals, as you see here. It could be cats, parrots, dogs, and all sorts of types of animals. Next message here we have, don't be afraid here. Don't be afraid to take a risk here. And these messages will resonate mostly with the family. All right. Next message. She wants the family to know that she see all of their thoughts here. So understand, ladies and gentlemen, that spirits, just because you can't see them, they can hear you. Okay? You can still have a loving relationship with them despite the fact that you can't see them. They hear you and they are there with us and for us. Next message, okay? She wants to let the family know that she's very sorry. Please forgive me. And of course, this is something personal. And this is something that, again, the family would know and understand a bit better than what I'm showing here or saying here now. And last message, ladies and gentlemen, God bless you, princess. She's saying that if she had only known then what she knows now, she would have certainly lived life diametrically opposed to how she lived here. So, ladies and gentlemen, this concludes the reading. Once again, if you like this discussion, be sure to give it a big thumbs up, share with others to whom you think might benefit. And should anyone wishes to have a more personalized reading, you can certainly access my website to purchase your reading there, or you can send an email and we can customize a reading for you to address whatever questions that you may have. Enjoy your day. And once again, happy belated birthday, Princess.